and that other German guy, which I cannot pronounce his name.
His first name is Reiner.
Reiner?
Yeah.
Fitzpitsky.
All right.
Tommy's back.
Tommy's back.
Yeah, this is the, universal break shot position if you don't like yourself.
Well, can he cut it in the side
Of course he can.
and pound it one rail?
Of course he can. He's Darren Appleton. But you don't do that. Sometimes you actually play safe.
How about playing it in the side off the 4-ball?
What he's looking at is
Now that's a shot, huh?
you could play the 9 off the rack if you wanted to, if you've got a high run at home that you're trying to keep up, shooting the 9 off the 8 won't do it alone. You got to hit the ball right before the 8 in between them in order to make it.
Yeah, he just played a little
You do that if you're practicing.
safety. Good shot.
But not in the World Tournament where any mistake can be your last at this point.
Especially if you're trying to repeat. You don't want to throw away your chance.
Yeah, I guarantee you Darren's feeling a little pressure here.
All right, what's Warren going to do here?
You can roll into the top of the rack, and just try to nudge out a couple balls. If you're lucky, you'll drive a ball to the rail. You don't want to disrupt this too much. You could thin off the side of the rack and bring them back down to the end rail. Yeah, I've seen players do that where they, cut the paint off the ball.
Is he going to play?
He's going 2 rails behind the ball. He's going to try not to disrupt the balls too much.
Willingly taking a foul. I don't know if I like that.
Well, the reason he don't want to knock out too many stuff is because, it's harder to play safe if you get a lot of balls out. So
Right, but I think Darren can just play 2 rails back to the nameplate and let Warren do the same thing again. Now Warren's going to be on 2.
Yeah, he'll play.
And he still has to disperse the balls a little bit. He's got to break up the rack a little
A
bit.
lot of times there's like an edge of a ball sticking out, and you don't have to move the whole rack. That was the point. Like let's say that 13 would have came off the rack a little bit, then you're just nudging it back in the rack, and you're not moving the ball out on the side of the rack.
Yeah, I guess if he gets that same shot, he'll just cut the 8. And then, like you said, it won't disturb much if he just thins it.
Yeah, to disrupt the rack, from the side of the rack is nice because you leave it on the rack and you put a ball low and high where a player can't leave you low or high.
Right.
But if you're getting from behind, you're knocking balls up high and there's nothing low, and a lot of times they could put you in a real bad spot. Like here, the 12 came out a little bit. You might go off the 12.
He's just rolling. 4.
He's rolling into the 4, trying to get a rail. He got it, but he paid the price.
And he left the 2 out.
He left the 2 out, and then what's bad about it is the 8-ball went. See, I wouldn't have done that. I would have thinned off the side of the rack. That's a huge mistake.
Yeah, because Darren's got a good break shot off the 8 right there.
Yeah, this is the break shot you want when you're struggling. You're going to make the 8-ball.
Right.
Now this shot, you hit it about half a ball with a draw. If you hit it with a follow, what happens is it kind of hugs the rail and wants to climb, jump up in the air, do all sorts of things at a high speed. So you get to hit it at high speed, you want to use the draw shot. Doesn't, oh, look at this.
He's going to go right through. Oh, man. I don't think he'd have been too happy if that scratched.
And as hard as he hit him, you still got to play a ball in the rack. You can't just go into the back of the rack hard. You got to think of which ball you're trying to hit. It always helps to have an idea because you will break them better hitting one ball other than another ball.
All right, he's looking at the 12.
Even if the 12 is dead, you probably don't want to shoot it from there because you might get more balls coming at it. You want to shoot the 10 ball in first.
How is he going to go into him, though?
I think the ball's dead.
You think?
Yeah. He's just getting a better angle on the dead ball. Otherwise, he would have tried to do something there.
It looks like it's going to go to the long rail.
No, if he's shooting at it, you can count
shot.
on it. It's a sin to shoot a dead ball that isn't dead. Open up the rack for your opponent. You know, that's like a sin in straight pull. And you never want to do that. One of the funniest things I ever saw in a tournament, the late John Wright was playing Wendell Weir, who finished high up in the U.S. Open a couple times in the straight pull. He could play Wendell. It was a handicap straight pull tournament. John was going to 35 or 40 balls. Wendell was going to 160. And Wendell was going to split the pot with him, but John wouldn't do it, you know, because he thought he was stealing. And Wendell just wanted to go home. You know, it's a long match at the end of a one-day straight pull tournament on a Monday night. Anyway, Wendell had a ball that absolutely looked wired in the corner pocket, and he's at the other end of the table. He's looking over. He calls the ball, and he swings at it, and he miscues. He hits the side of the cue ball. The cue ball moved about 2 inches, you know, and he started going, damn it. So John Wright jumped to the table, shot at the dead ball, and missed by a foot. He baited him. He baited him. He was able to miscue and move the cue ball 2 inches, just sliding off the side of the ball. Made it look like a miscue.
He tricked him, huh?
He tricked him. I saw Dallas do that to John Smith in the tournament. You know, back when the U.S. Open, when Johnny was just coming up. Pretending like he wanted that ball and like, you know, but he made it more baitable, like he's rolling to a certain side of the table. Oh, I can't make it from this side of the table. Like he screwed up and left the cue ball on the other side of the table on a safety. John looked at it, looked dead to him. Wouldn't get away with that anymore, though. John knows the rack as good as anybody.
All right, what's Darren going to use as the break? It's got to be the 14.
Got to be the 14. I don't like keying off the 5 ball. You use the 5 to get on the 6. You might leave the 6 alone.
He might use the 3 ball as his key ball.
You want to get this ball off the low rail here. So he's missed so many balls in this corner. He's afraid of slow rolling it with a little inside English.
He can play the 7 then. Let him play the 7 and draw it down to the 11.
Yeah, you're better off playing the 7 and getting straight on that ball and then getting on the 11. I think he's figured that out. You know, just follow up, get straight on this ball so you don't have to worry about any of that skidding and slow rolling with inside English. You know, he went across for the 5 ball.
Well, he didn't get far enough.
You wouldn't like to get on the 5 and get that 3.
Yeah, I don't like where he ended up right there. He's got a slow roll to 15, then play the 11 next.
Yeah, he's going to go the way we original plan. And again, if you're going to leave the 5 ball, I'd leave the 6 along with the 5. I'd go for the 3 ball right here. Maybe 2 rails with inside English or draw it out, whichever you feel you have more control. If you draw it out, you should be able to come short of the corner. If you follow out, you should be able to come short of the corner.
Well, he had to hit that one a little bit too.
Yep. I like going all the way to the side rail and coming off. This way you're coming to the ball, and if you hit a little hard, it didn't mess you up at all. If your billiards are real good and you can come 2 rails to that 3rd diamond, sliding off the 3rd diamond, you're going to keep your angle no matter how you hit it. It's not as bad as it looks in our screen. It's hard to get on the 5 with a little inside English.
Oh, he's going to get on the 6. He's going to have to do that and play 2 rails.
Yeah, now you got to just pray you don't get straight in on this 5 ball.
I don't like the angle he's got. He's got to pound it and come 2 rails. I don't want to go forward here. Chance of maybe hitting a 14.
You might
He's got
have
enough angle.
He's pounded it out, or he's going forward. He's going 1 rail. And he got that straight. No.
Yeah, he's
Got
perfect.
perfect.
Perfect from there.
And it's exactly where you want to be when the ball's on the rail like that. Not too big an angle, not too straight. And he was able to slide off perfect. Yeah, real good execution going from ball to ball, playing good position, gets you out of a lot of bad thinking. You know, or a lot of mistakes. It wasn't his thinking was bad. He got out of line on a couple balls and had to play the rack a little differently. Somebody told me that that's how Luther Lasser would stall playing straight pull. He would just not play position. Just keep winging balls in, and then, you know, his opponent would be saying, this guy obviously can't play. I just got to stay with him.
Oh, Darren's starting to pull away a little bit. 110 to 82 over Warren Kiamco. He's made a bunch of mistakes at the table. You know, he makes a lot of misses that you wouldn't expect Darren to miss.
Yeah, I expect Darren to loosen up now. He's got a 2-rack lead, 32-ball lead. It's a little over 2 racks. Anytime you got a 2-rack lead, you know, you start feeling a little more comfortable, you know.
Yeah, if he starts to loosen up and catches a gear, man, there's no reason why Warren even has to get back to the table.
Yep. I like the forced follow rather than this forced draw that he's shooting. He did follow the ball. He got that second kick, but it didn't scratch. Sometimes you get that ball coming off the rail and catch it just right and go in the corner if you got the foul on it.
Yeah, I've done that on occasion. You figure, how can you scratch from there?
Yeah, everybody that plays straight pull has gotten that scratch. Because you're constantly, when you're breaking the balls, you're constantly following the ball to the rail, and the ball comes off and it just catches the carom angle just right, puts you in the corner pocket.
I was looking at playing the 10-8 combination.
And once again, the reason you play the 10-8 instead of the 2-8 is because you're cutting this 2 backwards, and the angle is a lot harder to judge than when you're shooting this combo going straight at it. Of course, you got to play position after it. I'm wondering if he's straight in on the 8. If you could see the 8, you got to shoot the 8. I wouldn't even bother the combination. It's laying close, but he sort of forced himself. He only played for this combination. You got to roll it in to get another shot. You know, the 10 ball went through the ball. It followed the 8 ball and hung in the corner pocket. Just looking at the 5 in the corner. I don't think you really want to shoot that. Well, maybe you do.
You play off the 10 now and maybe go back into him? He's got to break him up anyway.
You'd like a better angle off the 10, like closer to the side rail.
Right.
So you might be shooting this ball and getting to the side rail. He didn't, which means you got to draw the ball more to get into the balls rather than follow. You know, because you got an angle that's not in parallel with the ball.
Does he go into him now with the 11 though? That's another option. You're figuring the 10's hanging. So if he has a look at any ball, almost he can play a combo.
If you freeze on the side of the rack, though, you're done. You're banking the 9 cross side.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that he would get stuck,
The
though.
reason he's looking at the 11 ball is because it's blocking the 9 ball. You got to move it eventually.
I like going into him with this one.
Yeah, he might do that, but I don't recommend it. He slid off it just enough for the
He's
5.
got the 5.
If he didn't slide that extra bounce, he would have had nothing there. He'd be kicking at the ball 1 rail. And that's why when you see a good player in a tournament, you don't ask them ever, how are you hitting them? Because they're all hitting them good. They're all in dead stroke all the time. You just got to ask them how they're rolling. Because to win a tournament, you need to get a couple breaks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to get out whenever you get the chance. And you got to get out sometimes when you really don't have a good chance to get out, Especially in like 9 ball. You got to win the racks you're supposed to win and win some of the racks that you're not supposed to win. If that makes any sense.
It's a good rule of thumb. If you can, just win when you're supposed to win, you're going to be in real good shape, and steal something that you're not supposed to win once in a while.
Right.
The guys that do well in the tournament are the guys that don't lose to the guys that they're supposed to beat. They never lose to the guys they're supposed to beat. 9 out of 10, they'll beat them, or 7 out of 10, they'll beat them every time in a tournament situation. We got Ike Runnels from Chicago. He's great at that. He works hard. He's makes you pay. He never gives anything away. He'll play safety all day if he has to be the guy that he plays better than. And then he knows when to take a chance when you're playing a top player. Now you got to start running out. So just knowing your percentages of what it takes to win, with different players is going to make you a better player. Like, you don't beat Efren Reyes playing safety.
No.
You got to outshoot him. You got to put some heat on him, put some racks on him.
I think that's a law, actually. It's not something to be argued, You just don't do it.
The first guy here told that to me was Nick Varner. He won the world tournament, his first world tournament in 1980. He beat Mike Siegel in the finals. And Siegel was, unbeatable in them days. And, he was in the finals with Siegel. And I go, how do you beat Siegel? He goes, I'll tell you one thing. You can't beat a guy like Siegel by playing safe. You got to shoot. You got to run balls on him. So he took a lot more chances than he normally would. Maybe shoot a bank, keep the run going, keep him in the chair.
Right. Yeah, I think he had said that you can't safe your way into the finals of a tournament, which makes sense.
He said he was shocked one time when the player left him a shot. Instead of going for a tough shot, the player, baited him with a tough shot, and he was losing. And he was so happy to get a shot, Even a tough, low percentage shot, it looked like a hanger to him. Like froze him on the rail and left the ball near the side of the rack. Just pounded it in at 100 miles an hour and ran the set out. I guess it's a set of straight pull, ran the match out. Here you got to get perfect angle to get off the 1 ball here. Ooh.
Yeah, he flirting around with his favorite pocket there.
Yeah, well, what made that shot tough is, you're trying to just float it over and keep an angle on the 1 to get on a strike ball on the side rail.
What's he doing here? I mean, he's going. Obviously, he wants to play the 6 as his break. Yeah,
I think he just follows.
Yeah, he's got to get on the 12 and just draw it back a little bit.
I don't know if he's got enough angle to stun across there. He's looking like he does.
Well, if he rolls into 1, if he wants to try and play the 6 as the break from above the rack, I think you roll a little bit past the 15 and then you just roll the 15 in the corner and drift up table. And, you don't have to pound it one way or another.
Well, let's see what he does here. That was
Well, he's going to use the 15 as his break shot.
horrible. But you use a kill shot here with a lot of left-hand English.
Well, it was horrible, only if he misses. If he makes it, it was genius.
We'll see that inside English. I would have used a little inside English kill. He held it up real nice. It looked like a bigger angle
Yeah.
than I thought. Should have looked at the other camera
Yeah, you
angle.
see, like I said, if it works out good, you're a genius.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake and you miss, then your actions are questionable.
Well, you got to recognize that both balls were potential break balls. And that's the first thing you got to realize. And then you can do stuff like that. If you get a little funny on a ball, don't try to get on the 15 ball. You turn around and you shoot the 6.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what I really like about this is that the ball's high in the rack. You can see, so you needed a straighter angle if you're going to get into the ball, because you got to follow through the ball and go forward. If you had a bigger angle, you're glancing off and it's harder to go through a little edge than to hit a ball full and go forward.
Yeah, if he's got any more angle than this, he might not even hit the pack. Like you said, he's going to glance off it.
And the harder you hit it, the less of the rack you hit. You got to have the right speed on it to hit the rack right.
Good shot.
Yeah, he took a little off that, make sure he hit the side top ball. Nine ball, drop down.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good from here. I mean, he can play the 9, then the 4 or the 13, come back around for the 3 or the 14.
Just rolling it in. Yeah, I like to get above the balls and break them here. There's nothing really on the side of the rack where you can split the rack. You know what I mean? You're just going into 10 full, or you're just going into the 10 first. If you were going to had an angle where you could go in between the 10 and the 2, then it's a nice breakout from the below the rack.
Yeah, I don't think he can do that. I mean, he's going to have to draw up the 4, and he's not guaranteed a shot really on the 13. If he gets stuck, let's say, underneath the 2.
Yeah, I think he can shoot the 13 and get above the balls.
Yeah.
Or the 4 ball and get above the balls.
Oof.
Again, he's not bad. The 3 ball's a little high, so you want to get a little straighter on it. You can follow into the 6 and bust your way through the pack. But, these are the shots that you can get a level cue stick on, because you don't have to jack up over the rail. And your cue is the most level it could possibly be here. So the force follow will work the best. He's hitting it high.
Yeah,
worked its way through the balls.
Lots of action.
Could have had a lot more if he would have cued the cue ball higher. But then you're just like showing off. Dallas, that same shot he would hit, it would hit 3 gears going through the rack. Pick up speed 3 times. But I think he had a lot more fun with it, Whatever makes you happy when you play straight pool, you can play straight pool the way you feel. And if you feel like blasting and break shots, go ahead and blast them.
Why not?
I want to be less like Thorsten. Or you can pick them off like Danny Berruti. I want to be just like Danny when I grow up.
If you're like Thorsten, you have to repaint the balls every game, right?
Yeah, it's constantly taking the paint off of them. If you see dull balls, Thorsten was in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well get on this 6 ball.
He should have the 8 ball next. He doesn't have to hit this that hard.
No, but you want to make sure you draw it. And you don't want to get straight. Foul here, I think you're working a double kiss, and you might scratch in the corner pocket actually. Draw shot, you want to clip the 8 ball and not get straight in. If you do get straight in, it's not the end of the world. The 7's not too far away. He followed. He was able to keep a little angle on the 8 ball. And he's going to follow through to the other side for the 15. Not the 7 ball, the 15, because you use the 7 as protection.
That's the 11.
Thank you. The 11-15.
Yeah, the other 15.
Again, a lot of times when you're working the balls like this, don't get lazy and try to shoot them all in one pocket. You got to follow to the other side of the table. You go from one side to the other side, back and forth is the best way to take them off most of the time. And you want to play position on which ball of these 3? The middle ball. He didn't play
Good
position between the 1 and the. Yeah, he's got a good shot at the 10 ball. You can draw back off the 5 ball and knock out a break shot here on the opposite side. You already have the 14 though, so. But he chose not to move the balls. I would have nudged that 5 ball up and drew into the 10 ball, just like I said, because you would have had protection with the 1 ball. Inside English come across for the 10. You want to get as straight as possible on this 10 ball.
12 ball.
12 ball. No, that's the 10.
No, it's 12.
The blue 12.
The blue 12. The other 12.
Half the time I get it right, guys.
Yes, but we're there to correct you the other half of the time.
Yeah,
all
I'm wrong
fairness,
all the time.
Tom's looking at the smaller monitor most of the time. Appreciate it.
And what we need here is a color commentator just to get the colors of the balls right?
Now,
Is that what a color commentator is?
In this case, we need one, yeah.
We should Google it.
That is going to be their new job.
Color
Google,
commentator.
the Google thing.
It's orange.
Well, Darren's got good shape here on the 2 ball.
This is like a snooker. You put a little screw on the ball, which means draw in snooker language. You screw the ball back.
Yeah, and you cut right across
And
your
get
angle
your
line.
angle.
Just like that. Oh, he wanted a bit more angle.
Yep, you could have drew it a little bit more. They don't put English on the ball because they're English. They put side on the ball.
Side, yes.
Brings us to
Side
138.
and screw.
138 for Darren and 83 for Warren Kiamco. Keep in mind the loser of this match will be eliminated.
Oh,
Yeah.
World
sometimes you
14
forget about that. Like, these guys do not deserve to be eliminated.
No, but, ultimately,
Not for this.
everyone's got to go home except for one guy.
That's the game you chose, Tom. You
No.
made your bed sleeping it, pal.
I'm thinking more or less of what kind of money is involved in elimination.
Right.
And these guys all played good enough to win first place money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Once you get to the final 8 players, really any one of these guys could have won the tournament, I think.
Well, they didn't come apart too well.
Well, he didn't have that much of an angle, so he elected to go forward and just knock out a few balls on the left side, and he brought the cue ball to the left side.
He must
of the
drop
table.
down all the way to the short rail here to get a shot. I like going 2 rails. You hit it with inside English. You got to allow for the fact that the English is going to add speed to the shot. Real intricate shot. Efren used to hit this shot like nobody's business. It's fun watching Efren hit this. So he would park it right on the first, about a half diamond between the first diamond and the corner pocket. Come off the rail, 2 rails just nicely and have a nice break angle. Of course, if the 7 ball or the 6 ball goes, you got to look at it. It doesn't look like the 7 does.
Yeah, I don't think he can get onto the 6 either. I like that shot. Just 2 rail spin. I think if I'm shooting this, my goal is just to hit that second rail.
Yeah, that's really all you want to do. Watch how the ball picks up speed with the English. See how the English added the speed you got to allow for it. Perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect. Because you have no protection, you wanted a bigger angle on this shot. And he's looking where he wants to hit the rack here. 2 ways you can do it: slow draw or force follow. It bounces back a little bit before it starts going forward. So you can hit different balls in the rack depending on what kind of speed you hit the shot.
I think he's going to hit this one hard.
Oh, yeah, I would have recommended that foul to hit the, but you got to hit the right ball. Sometimes it's better to hit the right ball with a little slower speed than hit the wrong ball at a warp speed.
We still got to deal with the 6 and 9. That's really his only problem right now.
Yeah, you don't want to wait too long, but you don't want to get too anxious either. You're better off getting a good angle for the breakout. There you see Mr. Appleton's wife and his father.
And his mom right behind his dad.
He's looking at this ball in the side pocket. He almost could have shot that ball and drew into the 6 ball. But, man, he was able to get by and shoot that ball close. He got awfully close to that corner pocket.
I was going to say he came a little closer to that than he wanted.
Huh. Those carom angles, they know the carom angles off the ball so well that when you see him get that close to the corner pocket, all he did was overcut the ball on the side a little bit. That's why he almost scratched. Yeah, let's see how he plays this 10, get on the 12. Maybe get an angle on the 2 ball to break those out. Unfortunately, the 3 and the 13 both go in the corner, but there's no way to get position on them unless you're coming awfully close to them.
Well, he can come 1 rail now and then play a cut shot on the 3. Stay above it. And he overhit it a little bit.
He was playing for the 2 ball to go into the 6.
Boy, that time he's right on spot.
It's a good shot. He's got to hit this above the 6, though.
Uh-oh.
This is, well.
Oh, boy.
Thank you.
This is 9 balls, what you call it.
I think it was the safest way to go into him. You just hit him a little soft. And he got full punishment.
Yeah, I felt that if he went under the 6 ball, he's going to go down to the end rail. He might not end up with a shot. But I didn't see this coming.
I'm looking at that. That 13 ball was no good. I thought maybe you could see the 13 in the corner pocket, but no.
Is he going to shoot the 1? He might have a little window between the 6 and 13.
That 1 is too far up table.
You can shoot the 1, but you're completely jacked up. You'd rather shoot the 5 ball in the side
Oh, in the side.
What's wrong with the 9 ball? He can't play the 9
No,
ball?
he can't see the 9. He can't, it's too thin of a hit. I like playing the 1. I think you can get the cue ball, the cue stick right between the 6
Yeah,
and 13.
Don't forget the kick shot at the 9 ball, 1 rail linked to the table.
Yeah, I think the 1's in the way for that. He'd have to try and hit it with a little bit of spin, which I wouldn't recommend. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
the 1's in the way.
Yeah, you hit it with right-hand English, you'll know what's going to happen. But I still prefer the 5 ball. He's going to.
He wants that 9 ball so bad he can taste it. He's got his lockjaws on it right
He's
now.
going to have to become a butcher to cut that 9 in. Go to butcher school.
Nice.
He's got to remind
can-
himself that
The
he,
reason I say is because the 9 is closer to the cue ball. I mean, you know, that 5 ball is no picnic. And
Yeah,
neither
but
is the 1.
he can't cut
Let's
the
flip
9
a
in.
coin. You guys got dinner if he shoots the 9 ball.
He ain't
Are you going to get us a picnic basket?
I'll get you a
Boo-boo?
picnic basket.
Picnic a
Yogi.
basket.
Hey, boo boo. Yeah, by the time for a picnic basket. But Yogi.
We're regressing.
Forget about the Ranger.
I think he's cutting a 1 in.
Yeah, because he can cue.
I think, yeah, he's got better cueing than if he's going to shoot the 5.
Yeah, and you have to shoot the 1 because you got that little space in between the 6 and the 13.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
see, that's what I
If
was
he shoots
saying.
any other ball, guys, there's no dinner. But if he shoots the 9 ball, you guys got dinner.
The 9 ball? Okay.
If he shoots the 9, you buying us dinner?
How many balls is he up?
We're gonna starve to death
Not
then.
enough where we can buy him out on this shot.
I don't think there's a chance in hell he's gonna shoot the 9.
It's not that bad when it's close to the pocket like this. The
Mike,
pocket's
I
a
want the
lot
lamb
bigger.
chops.
The pocket is a lot bigger here.
Upstate Al gets lucky every once in a while.
I thought you said if he shoots the 9, you're buying us dinner.
That's right, he
Tommy,
said,
you've
right?
been
He shot
teaching
the
me too
9.
much here, Tommy.
He shot the 9. You're buying us
So
dinner.
he should be buying dinner.
I'm
Yeah,
coming
you
up
guys
there,
all heard
Tommy.
that,
I'm
right?
coming after you up there, Tommy.
That's exactly what he said.
I'm going to stay on your heels.
Streamers, you all heard that, right?
Let's rewind the tape.
You
Yeah,
can
I
rewind
think
it.
he
I
meant
said if
to
he
say
shoots the
it.
9, you guys got dinner.
Yeah.
You guys,
That is a double talking, though. It does sound like I'm buying you dinner, but it's just the opposite way around.
No, I think it is you buying
I
us
have
dinner.
to agree with you guys.
yeah, I thought you were saying,
I think
there's
Al,
no way he's going to shoot
now,
the 9.
now I'm going to turn into one of the larger.
But the reason he shot the 9 is it's so close to the corner pocket. It's not quite 90 degrees because, you got a little bit of leeway there with the size of the pocket. You're not running it exactly down the rail.
Listen, that's
from
my
there.
highlight reel right there. I'm saving that.
I think Al's trying to pull a fast one and it
putting-
Yeah, I
backfired.
think he's pulling a fast when he said he wasn't going to shoot it, and now he's taking credit for the shot.
It backfired on him, and we got witnesses.
I'm putting a snippet on YouTube.
Yeah, there's gonna be no sound in that 2 seconds, right? What happened to the sound? Oh, Al's erasing
Well, I'll
evidence.
tell
I
you
guess.
what, Darren's back in shape. He's looking to threaten right here to go up to 162. 152.
I'll tell you
I'm
what,
sorry.
I don't like this angle. I like coming back. I don't like going forward 2 rails here. It's hard to get it short. He's looking at 2 railers going to the center of the pocket. You got to follow with right-hand English, or you got to draw 2 rails out of there.
He might be able to draw 1 rail.
No.
You
He's
use the
gonna
second
bounce.
rail. Oh,
He did
Excuse
draw-
me?
Oh, you use the second rail after the break shot. Nice shot.
No, I mean, yes.
I would have bounced forward. You would have gotten a lot closer to the object ball. You would have had to hit at warp speed, though.
I think he played a perfect shot.
Look at the distance.
Oh, you got to take what you get.
Moscone took Greenleaf system and he cut it in half. He got, the cue ball closer to the object ball, and that's, was his secret.
Players are taking a break. So we'll scan the room and give you an idea how it's now 4 folds deep in the audience.
Just kidding, Mike. Good call. I try to cover myself there.
And just keep in
Sorry.
mind, guys, we are lagging behind. We were supposed to get started here with the second semifinal match between Torsten Holman and Reiner. And I got his name up there wrong. It's actually Wirsbitzy, I believe. You could say it, Gene.
Fitzbitsky.
All right.
Give it Spitsky.
We're lagging behind that. That's the next matchup. You don't want to miss it. Two Germans going at each other.
My money is on the German.
That's right.
I'll put $1,000 on the German.
But if it's spelled like that, by the way, his first name is Rainer, not Reiner. But we'll find out.
That's the way it's
Is it
spelled.
Rainer or Reiner?
You can call
On the
him.
board, they have an EI, which
You
would be
can call
Rainer.
him short. Just call him Rye.
I before E except after C.
I believe that's the way it's spelled right there on the screen. It might be S-K-I. I'll check it right now. Can you see that? No, you can't see it.
Like I
Yeah,
said
can't see the
before,
row.
Werbitsky. I like that name.
Spell it out for me, Mr. Fingers.
It's becoming my
All right.
favorite name.
WIRSBITZKI.
Well, then I got it on the screen right.
Werbitsky.
Where's
What a shooter he is, folks.
Bizky.
I think he is an unknown. He just decided
Where's
to play in the-
Bitski? Where's Bitsky?
Where's Bitsky?
Ski.
That's almost as bad as Bad Stubiner.
You got
I love that name. It's just
Well,
like
Bad Stupid is a little bit
Baroody.
easier.
Daddy Baroody.
In fact, we have Michael Bad Stubiner in the booth, a.k.a. Mikey Fingers, and Tom Karabatsas.
Can you imagine if Danny
AKA
Baroody was
Tommy
a tire, was a pirate, and he'd be like, Baroody stole the booty.
Here comes that Chicago humor, folks.
Oh, I have my earphones off. I missed a joke.
You're lucky you missed it. The suicide
Heaven-
hotline
heaven
is
is
ringing off the
merciful.
phone now.
It doubled in the last 10 seconds. Oh, no.
They're busy. They're usually busy on Saturday nights, but now they're experiencing
Oh, they didn't
extra
come back yet. Okay,
overtime.
Tom, I'm sorry. I just can't see the live shots.
Well, what time is it?
Right now it's 7:47 on the East Coast.
Okay, and then what's the score?
152 Darren, 83 Warren Kiamco.
And Darren's at the
Any
the
other
table.
questions? Write them down. I'll answer them in the morning.
Shooting a long break shot that he could have gotten a lot closer if he went with 2 rails.
Well, he was fortunate enough to get that 9-ball cut in there. I mean, that was like, I thought was the easiest
Fortunate,
shot.
that was one of the greatest shots.
Well, that's why I called it like it is, you know. You know how it is.
Oh, thanks for dinner, by the way.
My
I'll
wife
have
said-
the
my
I'll
wife
have
said
the
I-
chicken.
My wife said I want to go someplace different. I said, why don't you try the kitchen? Hey,
How much did you buy that joke for?
You know, Al, I bet you I could tell you where you got those shoes.
oh yeah, I heard that. Say that on your feet.
You got them on
I
your
love
feet.
that one, Tommy. That's a keeper.
That is a good one.
You
Who was
got
that?
'em on
Who
your
was that
feet.
that said that?
That
Dallas?
was no, that was in the movie, the
Oh, right.
Pool Hall Junkies.
Oh, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you,
We
Gene.
don't have you on, Gene. There you go, Gene. We didn't have you on the air because Eddie Cohane was interrupting you. We muted you.
There were a couple good moves. No, I paid for your shot. Now it's my shot.
All right.
A couple good steals there.
All right. Back to the action as Darren Appleton's back at the table.
You gotta hit this with some speed so you don't draw into the corner.
Good
Got the 2
shot.
ball.
Got the 14.
14, yeah, the 2 doesn't.
Nice.
The 14.
I bet he cuts the 9-ball in.
All right, go
At
right
some
ahead.
point-
I bet
Go
dinner.
right ahead.
At some point during the rack, I think you might have to cut the 9 in.
Yeah, because otherwise he'd have to be perfectly straight in.
Ooh, can you even see the 14? You mess saying?
It's close. He glanced at the ball up table for a second and said, no, let me double check this 14.
Shooting
He's
a 2
playing the
into
combination.
14.
Yeah, he has
Oh
to.
my God.
This is risky.
Uh,
Wow.
Jeez.
oh, all right. He's
What
got
a
the 2.
Yeah.
What a shot you had to come with. And that's the thing. When you break the balls and you don't break them wide open, you have to shoot a lot of combinations, kiss shots, a lot of pretty shots like that. So if you're practicing straight pool, don't scatter them all over the table. You know, take a nice break shot, open them up a little bit. You'll learn the game a lot better. You can always break them wide open anytime you want to. But if you want to learn how to play, you know, Jan Smith gets a kick out of the racks that are tough like this. And, you know, working his way through it. Okay, follow into the 6 ball. High speed to hit the 6. Hit a slow speed. When I think he's going to hit it hard, he hits it soft. What can I say?
We're watching Roberto Gomez on the table behind us.
Hey,
Give
he's
some
giving
pointers.
Giving a pull lesson over there.
Somebody said he's 39.
He's just helping the customer along
He
his way.
looks like he's 13. You know.
Yeah, that's insane.
He is 39, yes.
Just finished second in the world 9-ball or something like that.
I don't know. This
He
guy's
was
been
runner-up in
snapping
the
up
world
everything.
championship.
There's one to get stuck behind the 8 right here.
Like that?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
but he's got the
13 came out.
nice ball.
That's a break shot he's going to take away.
Yeah, he's got a couple on the other side, but you need something to break these balls up, and the 13 is the easiest ball to get into the 5 and the 6.
Can he draw into him from here?
He could, but he's a little straight, and you'd have to cut the angle.
Man, that's a small pocket, too.
Yeah, it's a small pocket in this angle, so I wouldn't hit it that hard
Yeah,
to draw into.
don't mess with it. You're going to him with the 3, maybe.
Yeah, it was either the 3 or the ball he just shot in. You want a ball above the balls, because then you can follow into him, go through the ball a little bit, or draw if you have to. The ball's below the ball, and it's real hard. You got to get a perfect angle to draw into him, or you got to go to the rail. So if the ball you pick is above the balls you're breaking up, it's usually a little more conducive to a good break.
He's going to draw off the 6.
Yeah, he's sliding off for the 8-ball or something.
No.
I can't believe he didn't break the balls there.
I guess he wanted to get angle here and push out the 5. This way he'll still have the 7.
I think sometimes you can get too cute,
Yeah.
If you're going to play like this, that's fine, but you got to, shoot the 5 in the side. You don't go into them at all. Shoot 6 in the corner,
What about shooting the 7 right now with a little spin and try and push out the 5? Nudge into the 6 and 5.
If he wouldn't do it on the last shot, then he's trying to get on the 8 to bump it out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just play position for him if that's what you're going to do. Now he's looking here if you just draw what kind of angle you're going to get on the 7 if you just stop. You want to make sure you're not jacked up on the 6. A little short backswing here. You're close to the ball. You don't want to go too far. Yep. You could almost shoot the 6 in the side. But, you were playing for the 7. You're okay. You got what you wanted. Why bother even looking at it? You should look at it, though. It's always worth a peek because you could have stopped the ball and you wouldn't have been worried about going from the 6. You could have went 1 rail off the 7 to play on these balls. So the better ball, if you got to shoot in the corner pocket, you'd rather shoot the 10 in the corner pocket because it's on the outside of the 1 and you can play for the side. If you shoot the 1, you're sort of taking a chance of running into the 10, and you never know exactly where they're going to go.
The purple 10 ball up there.
That's the purple 10. The other 10.
The other 10.
You convinced us, Tom.
We're going to start calling it the 10 ball.
Where's your reading glasses?
In my case.
Keeping the case warm.
I would really get tired if I had wear the glasses.
Oh, please leave them in your case, sir.
He might be able to play a stop shot right here on the one and just roll forward on the 10 ball. Wink, wink.
He got perfect. You know, he could stop the ball dead and play the ball on the side.
Folks, we're almost a half hour behind schedule for the 7:30 match between the two Germans, Torsten Holman,
We don't take a chance. Draw back for the corner here.
Rainer Werbitzky.
No, he did.
He feels very confident in stopping the ball and getting exactly where he wants.
He's off angle a little bit. He's going to go away from the 9.
Yeah, right there.
He pointed to where he's going. Doesn't leave us in suspense. The fuller you can hit the ball, the less up table you're going to go.
Yeah, good shot. Less of an angle than he would have liked.
Yeah, I think he would have liked a little more angle there.
176 to 83 in favor of
Well,
Mr. Appleton.
He sees the end line now.
Who's winning?
Appleby.
Appleby.
I think of Appleby. I think of Johnny Appleseed. That's how I remembered his name at first.
Now you're
but,
talking about upstate.
But now, you know, Darren Appleton, everybody recognizes the name is synonymous with good pool.
Absolutely.
Let's see if he can just keep his composure for the next 2 or 3 racks, and he ought to put this match away. Give himself a chance to repeat.
Or Torsten Holman to have 4 wins.
Well, if it
And
goes
don't
that
forget
far.
about Torsten's on the other side, yeah.
He's not in the finals yet, though.
No, he's not. And neither is Daz right now.
No.
Werbitzky is no easy target.
Have to agree. No player left in this is an easy target. The only one right now is Warren Kiamco sitting in the electric seat.
Whoops. He's not going to like this. Maybe he's got the 3.
He's got the 2 or the 3, I think.
He's got the
They're
3 and
they're
his.
both cool.
I
They're
don't
going
think he
to his.
does.
If they are, they're going to his pocket. Remember, that's his pocket.
One of them would have to go if the 1 wasn't there, but the 1 could be, the 3 could be blocking the 2,
He doesn't
1
have
could be
anything.
blocking the 3.
He does not have
His
a
facial
shot.
expression is telling us that he does have a ball, but he's not liking it. He's got a shot, but he's not liking it. Let's see which ball Darren is looking at.
Is there something below the rack with him?
He's got to play the 3, I think.
Yeah, I think the 3's got a pocket.
Yeah, but it's remember it's his pocket.
It's close.
His pocket?
He's missed bad. How bad? How many times has he missed bad in that pocket?
2.
More than
Yep.
once.
Was that a quiz, Gene?
Oh, wait, no one told me there was going to be a test after this.
Pop quiz. Or 20% of your grade.
We're 20% of our paycheck. He's just got to roll it in. He's got to forget that he's missed in his pocket 100 times already.
I don't mind him
Easy
taking
guys with the miss
20% of
100
the
times.
check.
Take it easy now. He's not going to miss this. He's going to float it.
As long as he gives it to charity.
Watch the speed of the rock.
What do you mean the speed of the rock? He's killing the ball.
Watch.
Good shot. He hit that one with authority.
I thought he was going to kill it, Tom, and just leave it on that right side of that table.
That's why you're in the background working
Yeah,
controls.
you got
there,
The
Al.
navigator.
You got 4 balls you can get on there. The 2, the 1, the 6, and the 14.
I'm embarrassed. I want to be upstage.
And you're going to play for just the 14.
Let us steer the ship,
Try
Al.
to make the shot even more difficult
Tom,
by
don't
killing
backpedal,
it.
Tom.
You work in the engine room, Al. We'll steer the ship, okay?
Boy, I tell you what, you guys, I get more abuse at home. I'm not coming here anymore.
He's going to get in the 15 ball. That's near the 10, or is that the 12?
No, he's going to get on the 4 next, I think. I don't know if the 15 goes by the 4. It might, but I think he just rolls down to get even on the 4 ball, then he can play off the
It
15.
definitely goes by, but you still might want to get the 4 first because the 4 can get you on all 3 of the balls. So 10, 7, 15.
Is he short?
He can
No,
shoot
he's
him.
playing
About
see it.
5'7".
Playing at 15.
He's good. He can play either ball still, but he's playing the 15
He could
first.
stop right there with an angle on the 4 and then play that to go up into the 13. I'll try and split the 13 and 11.
He's also looking at the 7 ball up in the corner.
I don't think he's going to shoot that.
After.
I think he's got to be careful. If he hits the 11 first and it goes into the 13, he might not have much of a shot
You
left.
got to hit this hard.
You can break him up.
And the reason he did that is because he had the 10-7 down below. He
Yeah.
got caught up.
Yeah, he went through him pretty good.
Yeah.
Got himself a little separation.
Yeah, well, everybody knows you got to keep them separated.
He's beautiful, ain't he? He's beautiful.
You're just lucky I didn't sing it.
Well, now you got to sing it, Tom.
I don't know how it goes. I forgot. It's been a while.
All right, he's going to come up for the 11 or the 2. The
Then
6.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna. No, go ahead.
No, go
you're
ahead.
in the game. No, you're in the game. Go right out.
No,
I was gonna
I-
mention something outside the game.
Oh, all right. Well, I was going to say he's got the 6 as a break shot, but it's if you can get something a little closer to the rack.
He's going to shoot the 2 and get straight around the 6, or try to shoot the 13 next.
Yeah, I think he played a 13.
I'm gonna take
If
a
he's
quick.
not exactly where he wants in the 13, he'll shoot the 6 first. But
I don't think he wants to shoot the 6 at all. I mean, that's his only break shot right now.
yeah,
I mean, what else can he manufacture?
well, if he would have been shooting a 6, he would have been
How
manufacturing.
about
a
that?
break shot.
Ooh.
How about this?
he missed the 13.
All that spin, it just, you
Oh.
know, you mishit your speed and you overspun it by a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
ball really turned.
So the question I was going to ask now no longer matters. Why did he keep the 11? He was straight on the 11. Why didn't he just get rid of it before he shot the 2?
Darren Appleton, 16 balls.
Doesn't matter
away
now, right? But it didn't seem to make any sense to leave that ball there.
16 balls away from
Oh,
taking
that
this
ball
match
really
away.
wasn't hurting you that bad.
And misses, allowing Warren Kiamco to come back at 83 right
Oh
now.
boy.
Wow.
Now Warren only needs 117.
Darren only needed 16 for the win.
Yeah. See, he was in. Wow. He needed to put the match away right there. But Darren, Warren's no stranger to running 100 balls.
Absolutely not. He ran 120 in this, I believe, already.
And good players. You run a lot of balls.
Right.
Didn't run in a Joe Schmo at the pool hall.
I got 184. Darren has 174. I don't think they put the score up yet, right? That can't be right. We'll wait for them to change it. Don't believe Upstate out right now.
Or later.
Or later on.
Or ever. Always ask for a second opinion.
How many has Warren shot in? Just one?
Just the one.
Just the one, yeah.
So then add 9 to the score.
I don't know if he changed the scorecards already, so we'll wait.
If he added 9, it would be 183, but he might have changed it already.
Al's jumping the gun a little bit.
I think so.
I might have been. I might have did something wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm only human. I
Get straight in
apologize.
11, get in the 7, 5 in the side, you're in business. Look at this.
Oh my God.
He almost drew that in the side. He hit the point and went straight up. And he didn't get straight in 11, but believe me, he's so happy to get this shot. And believe me, it wasn't that he overdrew the ball. It was that he hit the pocket a little fuller probably than he wanted to. That one he overcut a little bit, and the cue ball went a little further.
That's he'll play the 5 in the corner from here.
Of course he will. He's Filipino. They shoot the back pockets real well.
Yeah, it's a simple shot too. He's straight in on the 7. If he tries to play
You're
the
not-
7,
You're not jacked up.
Right.
If you hit the 7, you got to load it up with a lot of inside English.
never.
You know, so why bother? You know, this 5 is looking you right in the face. You just want to get straight on the 7 so you can draw it to the side rail and back out. I don't think you want to go up and play 2 rails. Now this shot,
Whoop.
he got a little funny. I would still draw. I think you can miss the 6 if you hit it with a lot of left-hand English. You're going to get to the rail and slide up the rail and have your break shot. That's just plain not being careful.
You
there.
can almost play this with high left. Come down to the number plate on the right, you know, and with the left English spin past the 6 2 rails.
Yeah, but it's just like that one shot that Darren had. You got to blast it if you do that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's all he's got. I mean, a little careless when he played the 5. He can go forward, but
Now I'm going to take your position. I think he can draw it by this and keep it high.
Playing
on
devil's
the 6.
advocate, are you?
Yeah. I'm reversing. Got to hit it awfully good.
yeah, I
But
don't.
even if you hit the high side of the 6 ball
No,
at the right speed, you're just knocking it to the rail and back out and leaving the cue ball on the rail.
I don't think he wants to touch that 6.
Let's see what he does.
He's going to force it to the end rail.
And the way he cued that, he was going to bounce forward. We have the audience now. They're wondering whether he's going to draw or follow. He's shooting right now. Let's take a look.
Yeah, he's going to go high left.
It's going in the stack.
Oh, look at his shot.
We didn't.
Whoa.
We didn't get there.
No. He opened.
It's close. Here you call the referee, ask him to rack the balls.
Yeah, I would.
Why take a chance of
What do
possibly
we got there
bumping
for
the
a
cue
score?
ball?
Does anybody see that score?
Wait.
They're going to find out
Wait,
in a second.
he's racking the balls?
Yeah, he's supposed to rack it.
I know. What is this close? And this important?
I believe the referee is on scene, isn't he? Well, let's take a.
No, he's standing.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I would have called the referee there. You're so close to bumping that cue ball.
I mean, maybe there's a little bit more space than we think, but
Even so.
just to be on the safe side.
Yeah,
Now, can he spin off the 6 and hit the 5?
of course he can.
Yep.
You know, he's Filipino. You can't hit it too hard or too soft. I think it's a medium speed. See how he's jacking up a little bit? That'll get you down into it the most.
Oh, good shot.
He got it working down, but you wanted to hit it coming in instead of coming back.
Did he get the 5?
I don't know.
I don't think he did, and he can't bank it because the 8's in the way.
Looking for the score shots.
If the 8 was further off the rail, you'd be shooting the 5 off the 8 in the side. Might be able to just play this in the side because he doesn't look too scared.
Yeah, he's spinning it. He'll get in.
Now you got to spin it and get on the 4 ball.
I think he's going to try and bank the 5 past the 8 and draw back into the stack.
Wow.
No.
You're asking too much
No,
for that 5 ball.
the way he was warm up stroking that, it didn't look like a bank.
He can cut it in. I mean,
Yeah,
he's got
he's-
the pocket.
Usually you can tell by how they're stroking and cueing the ball what they're going to do.
Ooh.
Good shot.
Use the whole pocket there.
Now he's got to draw back and play to 15.
Yeah, and this shot you got to make sure you draw nicely, deep draw. See how he put it on a string there and then bounce off the rail. He took that deep pull back. That's very tricky stroke to use.
He's got to watch out, I think, for the corner pocket, upper right-hand corner pocket.
No, you're hitting the ball pretty full.
Well, he did hit the 1 fall. I thought he was going to glance off it a bit more. Well, he's starting to take apart this rack a little bit.
Man, not really.
I was going to say very little.
Because there's no balls near the rack that look like they go easily. Maybe that one ball below the rack. I'm not even going to call the 10 or the 12, but
Is the 13-11 on?
I think it's a bit high.
yeah, the 9-13.
Although if it's frozen, it's going to throw.
You
If
might
hits
be
the-
able
if
to
it's the
throw it.
3.
He's calling it.
Wow.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Good shot. And he's got the 3 as a break shot. He's got his 9 to play position from.
And the only shot he's got shot at is the 9 ball. Well, he had the 8 in the corner.
Well, he's got the 1. That's all he needs. You can use the 14 as a break shot. You can play the 3, 12, 14. Make it on the 8 ball. He's good from there.
Darren knows he missed an opportunity to close the door.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big chance for him.
He's got that one ball straggler up there. You know, at some point you got to work your way to it. This ball in the side pocket, you might as well get rid of it. I don't like shooting a 3 and getting on anything. Plus, it's a break ball. You would like to get on the 1 right here, but can't go up table. Wrong angle. Yeah, you can't really shoot this ball and get on the 7 ball. You gotta draw back and you'll have an angle on the 7. And draw back a little straighter on the 10 ball.
No, he's got to go forward if he plays the 11.
No, you don't have to. If you go forward, you better get a combination out of the deal.
Yeah, I mean, if he draws back, he's really got to hit it to bank the 10 out of the way. Otherwise, he's going to push it towards the 7.
Or spin it in, cheat the pocket a little bit, and hit the ball a little fuller.
Yeah, just play the 2 and go up for the 1.
Now's your chance to get the 1 if you do that. He's following. He's following for the 1. What was he doing?
No.
The angle got changed because he clipped the back of the. I won't even say it. The
That
stripe.
ball. That ball.
That one.
Stripe ball.
But yeah, he didn't really hit it good enough anyway to get up by the 1.
No, he wasn't trying to, but it changed the angle of the cue ball that made it seem like he was going for the 1. But really was, just staying for the 2 ball.
What's he going to play? The 14-2-7 to get up on the 1? Or the 7-10 and then use the 1 as a key ball?
That's a good question. This is not that good. He can do 2 things. He can shoot the 14, shoot the 2, and then shoot a combination on the 7 ball. And play shapes for the ball to get on the 1 ball. Or you could shoot the 3 and go into the 7 here now and break off the 14.
I don't like that.
Those are the options.
He's going to spin into the 10, it looks like.
Missed it.
He
Yeah.
tried to.
See, I don't think he had any reason to do that.
No, he has to shoot the combo, but at least by getting on the combo now, he's got a key ball. He's got some protection on that ball. He didn't have to play for just one stripe. I guess the 1's going to be his key ball because he's not going up table right here. Drop below the ball onto the short rail and you have your angle to get on the 1. If you don't hit the point, you should get on the 1 ball here. I think he's drawn straight up table.
He overhit it. I would have played that just to get past the side pocket.
Coming very, very flat.
That's not a good shot.
And you create your angle here with a draw out 2 rails. Back to the center of the table, a little bit to the right of center. You can get way off the rail with the draw. The follow I don't like, but the draw isn't bad. Of course he follows it and spins it up.
Just about perfect.
Well, the one thing, the pockets accept the ball when you roll it in like that with a follow, the tight pockets. That's why you got to learn how to follow the ball. If you're constantly pounding the ball with the draw, it seems like that's when the players are missing when they're hitting the high-speed draw shot. You're better off using the extra rails, following for position. It's not that the pockets are tight, they're just playing tight at a certain speed. I don't know if it's because of the way they're cut.
102.
This is a possible scratch. Or stick to the rack. See how close it
Whoa.
was?
And now look at what he's got. 3-ball combination. Already 8 maybe.
Yeah. He's going to shoot the 8, and it looks like he's only got one pocket to shoot the 8. And I don't think it goes in the side. He's got to back cut it to the corner pocket.
He'll play the 3-ball combination.
If it's laying good, you got to at least think about it. The way it's laying good is if you're straight in on the ball. If you can shoot the ball straight that you're behind and make the combo, or just cut it slightly, it's not bad. When it gets bad is when you got to cut it more. So just a little cut might work. It's a very missable shot. Hit it good.
Hit it very well. Now he's above the stack, and he can just start picking balls apart now.
Yeah, I think he's going to shoot the 9.
Shoot the 9 and the 8.
It's not automatic yet. You're right. I mean, you could leave that 8, but it's stupid. Hit the 10, go into them, do stuff like that. But you're better off just getting on the 8-ball, open them up. Although you are knocking balls down toward the 2 that are together.
Yeah, I was just thinking that he's going to push stuff down table. He could tie up the 2, the 4, and the 11.
So you got to hit it hard enough where you think you're going to open up these balls.
What was that phrase you said? You got to get them separated?
You got to keep them separated.
You got to keep them separated?
Hello, this is awkward.
Boom, 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 boom.
Keep them separated.
Go, Tom, go.
Meanwhile, life is not so good at the moment.
Yeah, he's kind of jacked up.
On the
He's
7,
going to
yeah.
shoot the 7. He might cut the 10, only because he can probably cue at it better.
Yeah, I like that shot, Mikey.
Yeah, you don't like those backward cuts in the corner pocket. I don't know why.
I like living on the edge.
Well, I'm just saying, instead of bridging up like this, what he's doing, he could just have a nice level shot at the 10.
Oh, no, I didn't see the 7. I like this better, Mike.
Nice.
Easier shot and gives you more balls to shoot. You cut the 10, you run away cue ball, hope it hits the 1.
Do you get the bridge, shoot the ball on the side rail, and get down in the 2-ball? 2 and 11. You shooting the 14, or do you not worry about it? Too early, too soon to shoot something tough.
He can shoot the 11 now if he wants.
Yeah, that combo's not bad.
No. He'll have a shot on the 2.
If you like that 3-ball combo, this one looks like duck soup.
Darren Appleton only 26 balls away from taking this match, allowing Warren Kiamco to get back to the table. Started out with 83. We're now at 53. Started out with, right? Was it 53 or 83? Something about a 3. And now we're up to 102.
I think he was at 83.
83. Okay, now Warren's at 102.
Yeah, he could keep
Darren
going.
is starting to feel that heat.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the chance.
I'm not just feeling the heat. He could have closed the door there, and he knows that. These inside English shots, when the ball's on the rail, you want to hit the ball first. If you hit the rail first when there's froze ball, you might run into the 2-ball. If you hit the rail first, you gotta make sure you hit it a little fuller. Even if you gotta cheat the pocket, make sure you hit the 14 first. He's getting the extension.
Looks like he's going to have to save the 10 ball for his break shot.
It never came up for me, but I was thinking of getting the snooker, the 12-foot snooker cue. That's with the bridge and bringing it out. And if I was playing Earl, I would definitely do that.
Earl would appreciate that. Oh, look at that. He pushed up a nice, good break shot.
Could have froze back on the 1 there.
You might have to play the 1 now.
I think so. I don't like shooting the 2-ball and hitting the bottom of this ball. You've got a ball on the rail that you might tie up. Might knock the 10 into the 12 ball. But if I did have to run into it and play shapes, I would hit it with inside English and go 3 rails back to the center of the table.
Off the 4?
Yeah, you know, if you had to shoot the 10, the 4 ball off the 10, you know, I would hit it with inside English, go around. But you gotta shoot this break shot as much as you hate to. He doesn't like it because he's got to move the other break shot. He only had 2. One he just shot in the play position where he's got to move the other one.
You might be able to slow roll it and get underneath the 10.
You get underneath it,
It's
but then you're
close.
shooting a tough shot in the corner maybe if the 10 snookers you on the 5. Oh, look at this.
Just like you said, yeah.
Look at this.
Oh boy.
Darren has got second wind right now.
Warren's, you think he cuts the 10 up in the upper left-hand corner?
No.
You got to keep shooting? How do you play safety from here?
You just take the intentional and just bump it.
I would, before I shot the ball, I'd take an intentional, see if Darren does something silly, which he's not going to do. Yeah, you're right. You got to spin that 10 ball in. You got enough space where you can cut it. These are shots that these are shots you should practice.
He's got a little space there.
If you shoot 1,000 balls in a day, you know, you get to learn these angles. He's going to spin it in with right-hand English and a draw. I think he'll overcut it if he doesn't make it.
Wow.
Oh, the Sisters of Mercy have saved us again.
Well, that's what I mean. You know, you got to practice these shots. They come up. You know, before the tournament, I was practicing those shots.
They come up often.
You get out of a lot of trouble. The 5's in the rack. I think you got to break with the 13 here, but how do you get on the 12 ball?
He's playing this in the side.
He's going to stay below the 12.
I don't like that at all.
Your speed has to be perfect.
Yeah, that's, wow.
Now you know what you do? You just level on it, hit it with a high ball. However you best like to hit the shot. And don't worry, hit it hard enough where if you run into the 13, you bounce off it. If you miss the 13, then you got a nice angle to go 2 rails from behind the rack. You know, but you don't try to do anything here.
I like this shot. Just drift forward a little bit and have a cut on the 12.
Break it with the 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hitting a break shot with an inside English. I guess it's okay.
Yeah, a little high ball. He might not even need that much inside from here. Just a high ball. Bend it down a little bit.
Yeah, you need a little inside. You're dropping. You got an angle. It all depends how far off the rail he is. We know you got to keep them separated, but first you got to get them separated. Oh, this angle is nice. You know why I like to spin it with a lot of inside English? Because you create an angle coming off the rack. You'll slide off the bottom of the rack. I would get all the way into the second from the last ball here. Is your best chance to get a shot. Hitting that top ball, you freeze to it. He actually got lucky.
Yeah.
Well, does Darren have the 15 or the 11?
No.
He has nothing.
He's got nothing.
He's got
He's
nothing.
got guts.
Darren's got a break is what he's doing. He's taking a break. You can't blame him.
Well,
He headed for the bathroom, and there's no window, and it's not on the second floor. But there's no dog.
how many breaks have they taken already?
116, 174. Darren Appleton in the lead. Warren Kiamco giving Darren Appleton a chance to get back to the table. What do you see? Is that 11 ball a shot?
I think so.
No, you might be able to bank it straight back, crossing over with the cue ball at 100 miles an hour with inside English.
He's not from Kentucky.
Can he soft spin it? Maybe Massey, the 11 in?
Yeah, you can.
He'd be bridging comfortable for it.
You can. You know, he might be stretching a little bit there. It's hard to tell with the angles.
Doesn't look like he'd have to massay that much.
I'll tell you what's not a horrible shot. Kicking one rail at this ball in the short rail.
The 14?
Yeah, kicking it to 14.
I think the 15 might be annoying.
Well, you'd have to
15.
go to the rail with a little bit of right-hand English to avoid it.
I don't like that.
I don't like it
That's
either.
like selling a John Deere tractor.
Well, you're coming straighter at the ball and you're making the ball a lot bigger on the kick.
Al, can you finish your sentence, please?
What, John Deere? You guys are not from the country. That's right.
It's like selling a John Deere tractor.
They're green and yellow, and if they were pool balls, we could not
Like
know what
selling
color
the
those
farm,
were.
you know.
Why am I starting to feel like the Three Stooges? Did the deer have a little doe? The deer had a little doe. Poor deer.
Yeah, he's got the 11 ball.
Yeah.
A little massay, a little spin.
He had the 11 straight in all
There
this
you
time.
go. No, he had to spin it.
And we were worried about that. There was nothing.
I wasn't worried.
Okay.
Darren's off to the races. Needs 26 balls to close this out. We're behind about an hour now to the second semifinal, which is going to be Torsten Holman versus Reiner.
Wierzbicki.
Vitsbitsky.
I'm gonna elect to take a break here and track him down. And
Ask him how to pronounce his first
that's
name.
what I'm gonna do.
Where's
As well.
Bitsky?
Right
Is it Reimer or Reamer?
If it's EI, it should be Reina.
Reina. Verbitsky.
Reina's a more common name, but
He'll be back. Notice how he got on the 8 ball here. You don't want to shoot the 1 ball because then you're sending your rep into the rack. Plus, it's too straight anyway. So he played for the 8 ball here.
Yeah, he's going to have the 5 as a safety shot.
Now, if you follow out, what's going to happen? The 4 is going to come straight across the table when you hit the 9 ball or the 13. The 4 is going to come straight across the table when you shoot the 8 and hit the 10. Nothing's going toward the 14. Make a long story short, I don't have time to tell you where they're all going. You know, the 14 was the only ball on the rail. You didn't want to tie that up. And the way it was laying, none of the balls were going into it. So you can hit that little breakout soft like that with plenty of options. You know, you shoot the 9 and start picking them off. And don't miss no more.
Yeah, that's the key.
there's a plan.
See that the shot on the rail isn't all it's cracked up to be with inside English for your money. That our buddy Warren Kiamco missed. That's why I'm saying I would have shot the shot and just try to run into the ball. If you didn't get a break shot, you could always play it safe. Hindsight, 2020.
He's got the shot on the 13. I don't really see an issue. He's got the 1 as his break shot. He's got the 10 as a break shot.
He's got the 6 as a break shot.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The other 10.
is a key ball.
The green 10.
We've been here since 10 o'clock this
That's
morning,
right.
in case anybody's wondering.
You know what? If we were calling a 3-cushion match, we'd get it right every time.
Yeah, well, you got 3 colors. You can't mess up yellow, red, and white.
He's going to hit the white into the red and then into the other color. He's going to hit one color into another color. And he's going to do it over and over again.
What's he doing? What's he doing? I don't think he got on anything really well here. Didn't get on the back ball.
He's got to pick a break shot. I think he can play the 6.
Now
and
he's forced to. He's going to shoot the 1 or the 6
I
here.
think he plays the 6. He tried to kind of trying to draws it into the 7.
You got
The 4 rather.
better key balls to
Yeah,
get
there you go.
on.
Towards the 4. Now he's got the 7-3. Now he can do what he wants.
Yeah, there were better key balls near the 1 ball than you only had the 10 near the 6 that was any good, and nothing really to key on the key.
I hope I can pronounce this right. Rainer Vrbiski.
Vrbiski?
You got to roll the tongue.
Yeah.
Vrbiski.
Rainer is the first name.
In case you're
Pronounces it that
wondering, you got to roll your tongue when you say hello in Russian, and it's Здравствуйте. Zdra. You got to roll in. Took me about 3 weeks to figure out how to do that in class.
So if you don't roll in, it's a curse word then.
It might be.
He was actually willing to come over and say it on the air so everybody could hear him, how he pronounces it. But, you know, he was over there talking with his friend and having a little mange, something to eat, so I didn't want to disturb him.
My actual name, if we were in Greece, they would pronounce it Karabatsos. A batso in Greek is like a police constable. So I'm thinking one of my relatives back in the day was some kind of cop.
Or a criminal who was always near the cops.
Well, I did have one cousin that was a detective in Cleveland, and he got me out of a ticket once. I got pulled over on I-80, and I was near Cleveland, and the guy saw Karabatsos. He goes, "Are you related to John Karabatsos?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I know your cousin. He's in the SWAT team and stuff like that. He was
With
the head
Elliot
of the
Ness?
SWAT." You know, so he gave me a pass and told he said, "I'm going to tell John he owes me." I asked John about it. He said, "Yeah, the guy was bugging me about that for years. He wanted less paperwork, less this." There's nothing in life comes for free. But anyway, John was a great detective. He actually, Jeffrey Dahmer, he was in the book that his parents wrote, and John was following it. He knew that he killed a guy back in Ohio, and then he was probably in the Milwaukee area. And, you know, it's hard to get the manpower to follow up for one guy. But he was right. Vietnam vet too, you know, really, really cool. Got some really cool cousins.
All right. What does that give Appleton now?
His father used to box when he was in the Army, and he used to train with Tony Zale, who was middleweight champion. You know, my Uncle Ted. He's gone, but he would have been in his 90s now. But he said that Tony Zale, he was a dirty fighter. I go, wait, what do you mean? He goes, he'd step on your foot and hit you, and you know, you're not supposed to do that, apparently.
Now in Appleton, 188, I believe. This could be the last rack.
Mm-hmm.
Less than the 14 required to move on to the next, or the 15 balls that are on the table, so he could finish.
He needs 12.
And here it is, a break shot between you and the finals. He hit it good, solid, didn't go back to the end rail, left himself a shot. And that's all you can hope for. Conservative, he wasn't drawn back to the end rail that time.
No.
The last match, Thorsten Holm in the last rack, he didn't draw back to the end rail. I was disappointed, you know, because he does it every time. But he only needs 6 balls, and why open up the balls for your opponent?
I think he plays the 9 and comes across the table for the 12.
Yeah, you want to get a little closer. He's looking to see if those 2 balls that are close are dead. You know, but he's still going to shoot the 9 first. He wants to see if they go. I'm not sure what he's doing here.
I'm going to play for the 10.
Oof.
Or the 12, but he hit it thick.
He didn't get there.
Now he's
That's why he looked at both balls. You know, if both balls go, he hit that ball a little full. He was trying to be too precise. He didn't want to get too big an angle on the 12.
I thought he almost missed it. I mean, I thought he did miss it.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't get on the 12. You know, exactly the way he wanted. He must have it.
Well,
A little spin shot.
why wouldn't he play the 10?
Might not go.
And the 11 does.
Then the 11 has to go.
If the 10 doesn't go, then the 11 has to go, but the 11 is snookered by the 15.
I think he's in. I think he's in there.
The 11's right below the 10 ball.
He can get in there.
You think he can get in there?
Yeah.
No, I think he's got plenty of room in there, yeah.
Okay. Then why take a chance at a possible, ball that doesn't go?
The only
You're
thing,
right.
well, the only thing I could think of is that the line between both balls
It's
is
straight.
split in the pocket.
And if it is, it's dead. It looks like the 10 ball is better.
That's what he's
Yeah,
going to
he's
do.
got plenty of room here. He's killing us.
Oh, he
Uh-oh.
just.
He's not just killing us.
Yeah,
killing
he's
himself.
got the 7. He's got the 7.
No coaching. He might not see that. He might jack up and shoot the 6.
He might play the 12. Any
He's playing the 7 all day.
Al, you want to bet us dinner on the 12?
No, thank you.
Yeah, he's got the 7.
Wait a second. I'm still full from the last one he didn't buy us.
Listen, you guys get anything you want. All right? Just get anything you want as long as you pay for it.
Can I get a mortgage payment?
You got it.
Does that count too?
7 ball, come on. Guys are putting the heat on me.
He's
over here.
out.
Now he is.
He's out.
Open that up like a sunflower.
No, there's still 3 balls tied up. He only needs 12.
He only needs 12.
That's right.
So that's what you should be thinking. Don't worry if there's 3 balls tied up. You don't need them.
He can play the 14. He can play the 15. It's
Unless you need him to stop the cue ball.
the only thing he has to deal with is the 8 and 2.
You were about to start sounding like Earl over there. He can play the 14. He can play the 2. He can play the 11. He can play the 5.
Remember, there's
He can play
4
the 2.
oars allowed on one stroke.
That's a compliment then, Mr. Michael.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, Earl was reminding me of that guy that was on TV a long time ago where he was like, you can call me Ray.
You can call me Jay.
But you doesn't have to call me Johnson. You eventually got to that. You can call me Ray J. It's amazing how long you can last on one thing.
Yeah. I think Warren Kiamco is he's done for. I'm going to go out on my limb. I like to go out on that limb on occasion.
It's a pretty solid limb.
What are you saying, Al?
Pretty strong limb.
You're stop, shoot the ball down. Shoot the ball down by the corner pocket there.
Well, he's still got to get on that 6.
Yes, yes.
No, this is
All right,
his
this
last
is it.
ball.
Oh, this is the last one. Okay.
There he
There
is.
you go. Darren Appleton beats Warren Kiamco. He is now in the
Appleton
finals.
In the finals.
And it wasn't easy.
By a score of 200 to 1.